Good morning, everybody. I'm starting something new today. Let me just see here. Okay, awesome, cool. I am live, both on my phone and on my laptop at the same time. So if you see me looking kind of up and down a little bit, you kind of know. I am live, not only on my page, like I have been for the last... This is week 33 that I've done these Monday morning motivation go lives. I started them on my old page, moved them to my new page when I started it in the spring. And now I started a Facebook group. Oh, that's really weird. It's going to freak me out. Uh-oh, my internet's not great. So hopefully this is okay for people. I'm going to move to off my Wi-Fi for my phone. Hopefully this is working. Okay, so like I was saying, this is my 33rd Monday morning motivation with you guys. I moved from my old page to my new page, and then a few weeks ago I started a Facebook group called Find Your Own Freedom, #FYOF. So I have my phone in front of me and my laptop in front of me, but my phone is propped up my laptop. So hopefully this works. And like half an hour ago, a huge storm blew in like crazy. So hopefully my internet holds up for at least my laptop. I turned my Wi-Fi off for my phone. Hey, Anna, thanks for joining me, girl. She's on in my group page, so if you're on my page, then then you probably don't see her there. But so hopefully nobody gets confused. But anyway, so today I'm going to talk about how your self-care could actually be self-sabotage. And I talked about this a little bit. I can't remember if I posted it on my page, but in my group, I talked about this a little bit. It's a podcast that I listened to called The Money Mindset for Entrepreneurs with Chelsea Jarvis. It's S-H-E, not C-H-E. She is an amazing podcaster, an amazing mindset coach, and I've been listening to her podcast for over a year now. And usually when I just feel like a pick-me-up or something, that's who I listen to. I listen to, an old one or something new that she's put out. And this one's a relatively new one from the end of September. And she, it just hit home. And she just kind of really inspired me to make this particular Monday, or this topic for this Monday. So anyway, I'm here to talk to you guys about that. But importantly as well, hopefully I don't have a cat here in my coffee. Cheers to Monday. Clinky, clinky. I've got someone over here eating ranch dressing. That's your sister's. You know that, right? I love my kids. Over the weekend, I did like my quarterly big clean. So we're cleaned and did floors and dusted and everything. And yeah. Now they're making it dirty again. That's what you get for cleaning while you have kids in the house. It's like brushing your teeth and eating Oreos at the same time. So I'm on day 22 of the 75 Hard Challenge, and I am rocking it. Anytime I've had an obstacle come up or something where I can't where I really don't want to go outside and do my workout, I'm going to do it anyway. And, just the whole no sugar, no alcohol thing. The no alcohol thing, pretty easy for me because I don't drink excessively anyway. Hey, Karen, thanks for popping on. Karen is on my page watching. Anna's on my group watching. Karen, I've got this fun thing going right now. I've got my page go live going on my phone and then my group go live going on my computer. So I'm it's a fun technology that I'm doing this morning. Anyway, so yes, day 22 of the 75 Hard. The biggest challenge for me has been my sweets cravings, which have gone down a lot. I don't even think about stuff like that anymore since probably about day 10 or so. I am worldwide, Karen. Thank you. I am worldwide. Whoop, whoop. Even though my group only has like less than 20 people in it. So anyway, every bit of content that I can put in there at this point matters. So that's why I'm doing this. Anyway, so yeah, day 22 of that. And then I'm on day 7 of my 90-day sprint. Thank you for the love, Karen. Appreciate it. And the 90-day sprint kind of goes together with the 75 hard thing, because you have to do some reading with the 75 hard. You have to do exercise, stuff like that. And then with this 90-day sprint, you're doing that stuff anyway, but then you're adding in a little bit more mindset stuff and business related things, essentially. So I'm doing like marketing, and I actually I typed this up and printed out, and I copied it 90 times of the things that I do every day, and I check them off. And I have everything in this binder, and then as I do my journaling, I rip it out of the book and I put it in there past the other day. So I have everything I check off. I do my journaling. I do I'm in my journal doing my gratitudes. I'm doing affirmations. I'm doing my daily intentions. And that is every morning, along with my meditation and my visualization, and then reading/listening to, because I record myself reading off my 90-day goal. So I listen to it and I visualize at the same time. So it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone, which is kind of nice. And then, so I do all that in the morning. Then I get up and I do my workout. I go downstairs and I do treadmills, some cardio to warm up. I do some weights, push-ups, stuff like that. Lots of just dumbbell weights, like free weights. And yeah, I'm like, woo, pumped, but it's Monday. I'm always pumped. I love Mondays. So yeah, and then with that, the reading, and then of course I have to add in the audio for my 90-day sprint, my marketing, doing follow-ups, so my email list or my messenger list, and then masterminding, which I only have one lady right now that I'm masterminding with on a regular basis. What'd she say? Karen says that you're a manifestation goddess. Yes, I am a manifestation goddess. That is one of my affirmations every day. I promise. They don't change every day, but most of the time they change kind of from day to day, my affirmations, depending on how I'm feeling. I don't say the same affirmations every day is what I'm saying, is that, but that is usually one of them every day, every other day, something like that, because I am a manifestation goddess. I love it. Anyway, so enough about my updates on my sprint and my challenges and stuff like that I have going on right now. Today I'm talking about how your self-care is self-sabotage. So along with the podcast that I listened to last week with Chelsea Jarvis, I did a little bit more research, just because I'm like, one person. You can't base all your research on one person. But I found many articles. I Googled self-care is self-sabotage or something like that. I can't remember exactly what I Googled. But so basically, burnout is real, right? Whether you're a parent, whether you are working full-time, or whether you're doing both, whether you're a volunteer, burnout is real. So burnout happens when the demand upon you as a person is greater than your capabilities. There's many, many other objects related to that, but that's essentially it, right? So I just want to make sure that I'm not losing any comments in here. Okay, I just had to check my laptop because sometimes the comments don't show up right away. So most people, parents in particular, but people that are empaths, people that give more of themselves than they feel, like give more of themselves than they tend to burn out after a while. They always say they don't have time for self-care because they're always too busy taking care of, their kids or other people. Please don't put your pony in the ranch dressing. No, don't put your pony in there. Thank you. My little one's eating cucumbers with ranch dressing. Who am I to tell her what she wants for breakfast? So, but let's take a look at self-care, which what lots of people think are like just like day-to-day things like healthy eating and working out, stuff like that. Let's take a look at self-care versus self-maintenance. Self-maintenance is stuff that you need to do on a daily basis. Your your daily hygiene, if you will. So that is where your healthy eating, your workouts, getting enough sleep, taking your vitamins, having showers, that's self-maintenance. That's not self-care. Self-care is doing what you want to do that recharges your batteries, if you will. Something like, a paint night. I've never been to one, but apparently they're fun. Reading a book. To me, I used to ride my horse, and I was just talking with Karen about this last week, I think it was. I can't remember. All my days kind of melt together now. But last week I was talking to her about how I really, really, really want to ride my horse again. I used to take a day every week before my youngest one was born, and I had a babysitter lined up from my only kid at the time, my oldest, and she would go to the babysitter during the day, and I would load up my horse and we would go to the indoor arena. This was during the winter, and it was nice just to have that time to myself, just me and my horse, and maybe if there was a couple other people at the arena, because during the day it's not that busy. And it was just nice to have that time to myself, and that essentially recharged my batteries. So something that you would do to recharge your batteries, going for a bike ride, just going for a nice mellow walk. It doesn't have to be a workout, but a nice mellow walk, just sitting in nature under a tree or something, grounding yourself in nature is probably one of the best things you can do for self-care, because let's face it, most of us don't live where you can just step outside your door and go into nature. That's a big fire. Hopefully that's under control. Sorry, I just looking across, I could see out our living room window and across our field, and then the next field over, and then on the next road, I see a really big fire, and hopefully that's under control because the wind picked up really hard. So anyway, aside from that, so that's defining self-maintenance, self-care, but when are you letting yourself off the hook and calling it self-care? So whine in Netflix until midnight, and then you're like, I need to sleep, so I'm going to sleep in and miss my workout. That's not self-care. That's being indulgent and being lazy. And then the worst thing is that you kick yourself and you feel regret and remorse.
Fire.
Yeah, there's a fire over there. You could go look out the window. What was I saying? Oh, then you kick yourself for missing your workout. And you're like, oh, I should have worked out this morning. I feel so much better when I work out. Does that sound familiar? Excuse me. I have a frog in my throat. I think I'm getting sick. So gotta up my Ukon supplement. Oh yeah. Right. So essentially, if you're gonna just kick yourself in the butt, being like, oh, I should have worked out this morning, now I feel horrible, and you just go down in that spiral, please don't. Please quiet your inner critic, forgive yourself. Tomorrow's a new day. You can always learn from your mistakes. It's not a failure. Just because you missed, one day of workout or something doesn't mean you failed. It just means that you're like, oh, well, I feel so much better after I work out. So tomorrow I'm definitely going to make sure that I get my workout in. Learning, not failure. Falling off the wagon when you think you need comfort. So if you're having a bad day at work, or some jerk cuts you off on your way somewhere, I don't do that stuff anymore, but if the weather's really bad outside and you have to go do chores, you're like, I need comfort. Getting into the comfort foods, having a smoke when you're trying to quit just because you think you need comfort, that's not self-care. That's self-sabotage. And it's like red flag, blaming you in the face, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, right? So when you're telling yourself, I don't need to do blank because self-care, fill in the blank with whatever you want. your workout, clean your house, have a shower, eat healthy. It doesn't matter. That's not self-care. That's self-sabotage. It's just avoidance. It's not self-care. I'm not sure who's watching because it's not showing me who's watching, but thank you so much for the love. The biggest question to ask yourself before you do or don't do any of these tasks that you think you're going to do because of self-care. Hey, whoever's watching, can you drop a comment so I can see who's watching? Because I would love that. Thank you. Just do a little wave or a hey or whatever. I love that. So the question to ask before you do or don't do the task that you claim self-care, how do you actually feel after finishing doing this? So at the root of everything, at the root of manifestation, visualization, everything, how do you feel? Emotion is at the pinnacle of everything you do, everything that happens in your life. Emotion is that pinnacle. How do you feel after, or how do you think you're going to feel after you finish doing this thing that you're claiming self-care? After you miss your workout, after you eat a box of donuts, after you have that cigarette, how do you feel? Did that feel good? Do you feel recharged? How will this affect your true self? Your future self, sorry. How will this affect your future self by doing this thing you're claiming as self-care? Eating a box of donuts. I know I would not feel good. And I would feel like crap. I don't know, my stomach would just be gross and in knots after eating a box of donuts after being healthy for 22 days. Eating healthy, doing intermittent fasting for 22 days, and I'm going to go eat a box of donuts. That's not self-care. That is definitely self-sabotage. If I were a smoker, or my husband is a tobacco chewer, after 22 days of being a non-smoker or a non-tobacco chewer, you go to have a cigarette or go to have a dip in your tobacco. How would that help your future self? You're just starting back at day one again. Don't get me wrong. Definitely start back at day one again. If this is something that has happened to you, start back at day one. Forgive yourself for this little bit of self-sabotage, but recognize that it was self-sabotage and continue on. You don't need to wreck your life just because you did this little act of self-sabotage. You need to move on and continue. You start back at day one again and get to day 22 and progress. Learn from your mistakes and keep going. So true self-care doesn't involve flaking out or eating the junk food that makes you feel gross or watching a screen until your eyes pop out of your head. That's not self-care. That is self-sabotage. So it means self-care means caring for yourself. So me telling my daughter she can't have a popsicle for breakfast, that's me caring for her. Me telling myself that I can't have a popsicle for breakfast, that's self-care. Do you see how that works? It also means holding ourselves accountable and nudging ourselves to do the hard things. This 75 hard day challenge, or 75 day hard challenge, whatever you want to call it, 75 hard challenge, has been amazing, not only for me and my life, but for my girls. They see me, getting up sweat, working out, and doing things outside that I didn't, before the 75 hard challenge, I didn't join them on the trampoline. The last time I was on the trampoline was when I was like 2 days overdue pregnant with my last one. And I'm like, get this baby out of me. So I tried the trampoline just because, why not, right? At that point, you're trying everything to get the baby to come out. You're like, I need to induce labor. Let's do this. So essentially now I join them on the trampoline, and while I'm not talented and I'm not doing flips, they're having fun. We're having fun together, and that's what matters.
Daddy's sleeping.
Daddy's not sleeping. Daddy is in the mountains. Oh, the kitty's sleeping. Yes, the kitty's sleeping. The kitty is sleeping. See? Oh, she was sleeping. I'm talking really loud too. Anyway, so I hope you guys got a ton of value from today's Monday morning motivation, because I know that while it wasn't a huge, like, you know, mind-blowing thing for me to talk about self-care versus self-sabotage, it was like, yes, and more people need to realize the difference. So I did talk about 3 things. I talked about self-maintenance first versus self-care versus self-sabotage. So there are 3 different things, and you need to recognize the difference. If you're just tuning in now, definitely catch the replay, because I brought the value again and I love it. And if you want to watch previous episodes of my Monday morning motivation, just drop a comment. I would love to send you my website link, because you can find them all on my website. I put them all on YouTube, and then I've made a playlist of them all, and then I put them on my website, so you can find them all in the one place. And after this one, there will be 33 of them on there. You're welcome. But I do put what I talk about on there, so you don't have to like start and see if it's something that you want to watch. So you can see, oh, she talked about this on this one, so I'll watch it or not watch it or whatever. My website is PamMarieB, all one word, .com. And then you just go up there and under the menu, you'll see Monday morning motivation replays. And then you just click on that. And it starts at day 1, the very first one I did, and then it goes through. So to find the replay from last week or the week before, you'll probably have to go all the way to like page 3. But this one will be after that, because they're all in chronological order. I am organized like that. So yeah, that is pretty much all I had to talk to you guys for today. But of course, I'm streaming live on my page as well as in my group at the same time, using awesome technology of my phone and my laptop. And if you want, in my new group that I just started and I'm going to be pumping value into on a regular basis, please comment group below and I will get you an invite to be added into my group. So until next week, same time, same place, I'm going to try this again, both through the page and the group thing. I'm here at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so that's 9 a.m. Pacific. That's, okay, here we go, 11 a.m. Central and noon Eastern Time. I will be here providing the value with your Monday morning motivation with Pam. And until next week, I hope you have an awesome day, an awesome week, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.